Aloha and welcome back to the Kauai Real Estate Podcast. Today, I'm going to talk to sellers, maybe agents, maybe buyers, but mostly sellers about the reasons why your house isn't selling. There are three significant reasons why a home isn't selling in the current market, regardless of what the current market is. It's a pricing problem, condition problem, or it's the market. There's also a little fourth one, which is it might be your agent. Now, stay tuned because I'm not bad mouthing agents, but we'll get there. So the first one, obviously, price. There's always a price. Let's say you have a condo listed at 500,000. The last one in the complex sold for 400,000. That makes it pretty obvious why your property isn't selling. That's a, $100,000 price change unless the market is going up, hand over fist. There's no reason why a buyer would pay $100,000 more for a condo next door in the same complex unless the condition is superior, the view is superior, the location is superior. There's got to be a value added reason for that to work. If it's not selling, then there isn't a value added reason. Or there is a value added reason and no buyer has recognized it yet, which falls under the market conditions category. Well, let's talk about price. So I have a property listed. It's not selling. We know it would sell for $1. We know it's not selling for 500,000. So what we have to do is find the sweet spot in between those two price points. I mean, that's being dramatic. Obviously, you're not going to list it for $1, but you have to find the sweet spot at the price to make it make sense to a buyer for what it offers and what the property has. So you have to look at the market like you're a buyer, as well as looking at it like you're a seller. So you get the sense of what might be eliminating or reducing the opportunities to sell your property. Pricing is so unbelievably key because if you price it correctly out of the gate, you'll sell very quickly. You get a higher percentage of viewers, property previews, agent previews. More people are trying to sell your property, trying to buy your property, trying to sell your property. I mean, agents. If you're priced correctly, agents are going to shout your listing from the rooftops and try to get the buyer. So price is definitely key. It's a key reason why your property will sell or not sell quickly, combined with some or all of the following. Another critical factor is the condition. Now, this doesn't always mean that it's in pristine condition and, fancy and painted and luxury upgrades. It just means it has to be in a condition that appeals to the buyer. This could be lipstick on a pig, which is a horrible expression, but it means it's painted, it's cleaned, everything looks good. There may be repair items that haven't been addressed, or there may not be, but it presents itself well to the public. That is one of the most key elements in listing your property and showing it to buyers is having it in showable condition. Now, there are certain things you can do. I mean, people do love fixer-uppers, but if you're somewhere between a fixer-upper and pristine condition, that's where things get a little fuzzy. So you do want to make sure that your house is super clean, that it smells good, that things are organized. Don't wait until you're ready to move to start moving things out, clearing out your clutter, getting it prepared, because condition is a factor, not just visual condition, but physical condition. If it doesn't have curb appeal or it's, not presenting itself well the minute you open the door, if it smells like kitty litter and there are dishes piling up in the sink, these things aren't going to present well to buyers because some percentage of buyers can look past those things, but a significant number of buyers cannot visualize a property or property condition differently than the way it presents. Now, again, another one, there is the element of the actual market. So if you're in a buyer's market, that means there's surplus of homes for sale, lots of inventory, as we call it. It may take longer to sell because buyers have lots of choices and there may be a limited number of buyers. Conversely, if it's, a seller's market, homes can sell really quickly, maybe have multiple offers. So you can price a little differently, but you have to understand the market trends and adjust your strategy. That is vital. And that's where an agent comes in. They're watching the market all the time. They know what's going on. Even if they don't know off the top of their head, they can investigate on MLS and prior sales activity and get a sense of where you should be in the trending market. Again, if your property isn't selling, it's likely price, condition, or the market conditions. Now, there is one other element, and it's the agent. And I'm not going to badmouth agents here. I feel like every client ends up with an agent that's best suited to them in terms of their personality and their property. But occasionally there's a miss. There is like the razzmatazz agent, and then you get your property on the market and they're not doing what you think they're supposed to do. You didn't even know that that was an option because you didn't interview multiple agents. There's also some agents just put it on MLS and walk away. And that actually is okay because most properties sell from MLS. But what's not okay is when it doesn't have attractive photos or a good description. It's not clearly accurate in terms of what your property is. There's nothing worse than seeing an artificially rendered property that shows as upgraded and furnished, and then you get there and it's a complete fixer-upper with no furnishings. Now, if that's disclosed and really clear in the description, like photo of here's what it looks like now, but here's a rendering of what it could look like, that's a different story. But you want to make sure that you have photos that represent your property well, because you don't want someone getting there and being disappointed. You also don't want someone getting there and, you know, thinking it should be more attractive based on the photos. I mean, you want a realistic but marketing savvy, attractive approach to marketing your property. So again, not bad mouthing agents, but we all have different styles and different ways to do it. Some are heavy into social media, and maybe your buyer's on social media. Some are heavy into open houses, and maybe the buyer's going to stumble across the property. You never really know, but you do want to make sure you find an agent that is a good match for you and your personality and has all the tools to best position your property for a sale. I think that's about it for today. Thank you so much for listening. I'm thrilled to bring you this podcast. If you have questions about buying or selling property, or you have any questions about what I've just said, please reach out. My contact information is in the podcast description. And of course, my name is Jamie Friedman, and I will be talking to you again soon. Have a great day.